Something fell. Okay. Fuck. Ow. Ow. Okay. Alright. What's up, you guys? As you can see, I got a new shirt. Just kidding. As you can see, I got myself into a bit of a predicament.
As you can see.
Okay.
As you can see. They can't see me shake.
I recently broke my arm. Things happen. You know, when you're an athlete, these things happen. You know, right when it happened, first person I called was LeBron James.
You don't know LeBron.
So after I called LeBron, we had a good talk, and then I called Manny Pacquiao.
You don't know Manny Pacquiao.
Anyways, these things happen, okay? If you didn't watch my Twitch stream, this is why you guys gotta watch my Twitch stream every now and then. Because I told this story on there, but you know, some of you guys may want to know it as well. So let's start with some context here, okay? Every other week or so, I will go just to keep myself in shape, because during this pandemic, you know, that's like everybody's biggest issue is like, how are they supposed to exercise? All the gyms are closed, so and so, blah blah blah. So my way was basketball, and I would play every other week with my friends, and we go and we just, you know, have a good hoot of a time. And so I was playing, doing my thing, and I stretched. You know, everybody tells you all the time, you better stretch or else you're gonna be sore. So I stretched my leg. I did this stretch right here. I don't know what this stretch is, but I think it works. Stretched my wrist, stretched my you know, everything. Everything was loose. I was fine. And just the whole day, I was just about, like, I jump high as shit. I jump incredibly high for some reason. For no reason at all, actually. Like in high school, I used to be able to, like, I'm not even being like a clown right now. I used to be able to like tip the rim in high school. I couldn't dunk a ball, obviously, but I could tip the rim a bit back when I was like younger. And now I'm just like a little bit off. But regardless, I'm just jumping all over the place that day. I just felt like being jumpy that day, especially because I stretched. And I felt good. My body felt good. I had like some legs underneath me and I was fine. And you know, the games are going, we're running a couple games. And then so somebody shot the ball and they missed. So I was running up for a rebound and I take off, you know, Michael Jordan from the free throw line, you feel me? And I was there. I was Space Jam. I was ready to grab the ball again. So I get up and I'm up there for a minute. I get to look at the clouds, look at my mama house.
Do you know what astral projection is?
I get the ball. I have the ball in my hands at this point in time. And I have the ball. And I'm like, this is wonderful. Put in the stat sheet. This counts as a rebound, right? As I'm in the air, somebody else who was playing comes from underneath, unintentionally, or maybe intentionally, I don't know. Maybe you were jealous of how high I jump. I have no clue. But he swipes, my legs are taken from underneath me. If this was me, let's say this was me, right? And I go and I jump, right? And then somebody runs into my legs, so then my legs go, well, as I'm in the air, my legs go like this, right? So now I'm parallel with the cement. I am parallel with the concrete floor, right? And I'm like this. And as I am like this, I tend to look around at times like this because I was up for a while, so I had the time to do it. And I said, you know what? This situation could be really bad. Let's find out. I'm not sure. When is rent due? Oh yeah, it's almost the end of the month. I should probably take care of that. Here comes the water bill. Is the water bill due? Okay. And all these thoughts are coming into my head as I am making my way and ascending back into the ground. And in my head, I am gonna land it like a fucking fairy. I am gonna land on my feet like a cat because I have the reflexes of Spider-Man. That is what's going on in my head. Little do I know that I'm a jackass. None of these things happened that I thought were gonna happen. I was still parallel to the ground, and then I had hit the ground. And the way I hit the ground was bad. It was very, very bad. It was horrific. When I hit the ground, all you hear is, and then hear everybody else go, oh fuck, because there's nothing else you could probably say in that moment besides, oh fuck. So then I hit the ground and my eyes are closed at this point because I'm waiting to see if God's gonna come out and say, you fucked up today. And I'm gonna say, I know. Where are we going first? Well, it's fine, whatever. We're gonna check out like a mixtape of my life. Regardless, I'm cool with it. I'll accept it. This is my stupid mistake. But I hear everybody around going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. My friend comes running along and says, squeeze my hand, hurry, right? Like he's like defusing a bomb or some shit. I don't know what's going on at this point because my eyes are still closed. So then I squeeze his hand and he's like, okay, good. And then my eyes are still closed and I'm wiggling my feet. I'm making sure I'm like not paralyzed, because I don't think I didn't hit my head, thankfully. But at this point in time, I don't know what I actually hit. I know I hit my back, but I don't know if my head hit the ground at some point in time or whatever the case may be. So I know none of that, right? So I was just glad that I was able to wiggle my toes. So then I opened my eyes because the wind was knocked out of me. The guys go, no rush to get up, just lay down. And in my head, I'm like, what the fuck else am I gonna do? Am I gonna get up? Are we gonna keep playing? What are we gonna do? So then I lay down, I take a couple minutes, I lay down, I gather myself, and I say, you know, that really fucking hurt. Could have been worse. So I was pretty grateful. And then I thought everything was cool. And I sat up like the Undertaker and I was like, okay, here we go. I've you know, taken bad falls before and I've kept playing. I feel like playing still, so might as well keep playing. Then I get up and I proceed to walk. I go to walk, and when you walk, you swing your arms, right? If you're, you know, a normal human being and not from the planet Mars, you swing your arms and you walk. And I went to swing, my right arm swung, and then I went to go swing on my left arm because I was walking, and my elbow down, it would not move. Elbow down said, not today, buddy. We're staying right here. Then I noticed all this pain shooting, and my left arm doesn't want to do anything. And Alyssa's creep walking right here. Oh, hey, yo, okay. So then I get a shooting pain elbow down into the palm of my hand. And I'm like, oh, this hurts. Like, I don't know what to do with this pain, right? I don't know if it's gonna go away in the morning. Either way, I could not have any range of motion like this. I can't do this, right? So then they say, it was some jackass on the court goes, so we gonna keep playing? And I said, no, we're not. I think we're done. And so we pack up our stuff, and I dropped off Alyssa to her mom's house because we drove down together. So I texted her, I said, babe, you're gonna have to drive home. I could drive to you, but you're gonna have to drive us all the way back home because it's about an hour drive. And she goes, why, what happened? I said, babe, I fell. And the way she took I fell was that he fell. Not he hurt himself, not he broke his arm, but he fell. So she didn't think nothing of it, rightfully so. That text was very vague. So as I am getting ready to go, I get to Alyssa, I get to her mom, and they're like, oh, what happened? And I say, I fell, but I think I'm fine, right? And then so we get home, I still can't move. And I tell her, I think I should actually go to the doctor for once. Because I rarely go to the doctor when things like this happen. Just because, you know, I'm made of vibranium. I'm made of Iron Man's suit. So I don't feel the need to have a doctor bill me just to tell me that I am indestructible. Yeah, so the next day passes, and I didn't go to the doctor that day. Throughout that day, I could not move. Everything was painful. Everything was painful. I could not wipe my ass, but my ass is clean. My ass is clean. I just couldn't wipe it comfortably, but it's clean, okay? Showering was very uncomfortable. Just doing everything. I can't open water bottles. I can't squeeze with my left hand. Like, it doesn't have enough strength to squeeze things. So then I went about that day and I said, wow, this is really bad. This could be something that is serious, right? So that day passes. I've come to acceptance that I have no use of my left arm for a little bit. So then I go to I text the guys at my barber shop. I say, hey guys, I fucked up my arm. I'm gonna find out what it is tomorrow. And they go, yeah, you need your arms. And I go, thanks guys, I didn't know that. I go to the doctor, they x-ray me a bunch, and the x-ray was more painful than actually breaking my arm, because she kept repositioning, because they needed a bunch of pictures, so she kept going, ow, sorry, ow, sorry. And I was like, bitch, if you're sorry, why are we still here? They were great, they were really nice, I'm grateful for them. They asked me a bunch of questions, how did it happen, I told them how it happened, everybody gave me the same reaction. They go, every time I tell the story of how it happened, everybody goes, ooh. And I go, well, if you're going like that, imagine how I fucking felt. X-rays get done, then they send me off into the waiting room, then they call me back in, they're like, hey jackass, it's your turn again, come here. Then I go, okay. And the whole time I tend to just joke a bunch, if you can't already tell. But they were already like laughy and giggly with me just because I've been making jokes the whole day, and they were like, yeah, it's broken. And my initial reaction was just like, for real? No way. No way. You know, these things happen when you're 8, not when you're in your 20s. I don't know a 20-year-old breaking their arm from sports, unless, you know, they're in like a paid athlete. But it's like, I was in such shock that I broke my arm, and that was worse. That wasn't worse as actually breaking it, but I was just like, I didn't break my fucking arm. There's no way I broke my arm. Me? Break an arm? Hell no, right? So then I was just like, that ain't broken. It wasn't that bad. How could it be broken? They're like, well, it is broken. You have to go to an orthopedic doctor, or an orthopediatrician, I believe. I could be saying that wrong. And then we're gonna wrap you up in a sling, get you out of here, then go see your ortho, and then be on your way. So okay. I send Alyssa a picture. I say, babe, guess what? She says, what? I say, it's broken. She says, oh my God. I said, I know, crazy, right? And she says, I knew it. I say, how you know? She goes, I just know. That's what it's like to have a girlfriend, summed up into a couple words. So then I went home, all wrapped up, and then I called my friend when it happened. A lot of people called me and a lot of you guys called and messaged me, and you were hoping, like you were wishing me well and stuff, and I really appreciate it. My friends called me, same thing, and then they made fun of me because, you know, it's what friends do. And I called the friend that it happened with, because after it happened, after I hit the ground, when we went home and I told him, hey man, my arm really hurts. He goes, this is his way of comforting me, but this is his response and his diagnosis to what happened. You're good. And in my head I said no, but I didn't want to say it out loud because maybe he was right. Maybe I was good. He was wrong. He was very wrong, obviously. So then I called him up and I said, remember when you said I was good? I'm not good. I broke my arm. That is the worst possible thing that could have happened that day. Like the worst possible case scenario is you break a bone and that happened. So thanks. Good job, friend. Right? And then, yeah. And then I went to the orthopedic doctor yesterday and then they gave me they said, hey, you're gonna be like wrapped up for like 6.5 weeks. You gotta start physical therapy in 2 weeks from your injury date. So yeah, one of the best days of my life, honestly. But no, I in all seriousness, like I felt every inch of the fall, and because the way I fell was like when I was parallel to the ground, my arms were at my side like this, right? But my left elbow was lower, I guess, and that's how I was able to hit the ground. But I'm just more thankful that this lighting is being horrible right now. I'm just more thankful that I didn't hit my head and that all in all, I'm okay. For as far as broken bones go, I'm chilling. I feel great. I feel energized. I feel more alive than ever. It's gonna be a great story to tell in a couple years or a couple days for all I know. And a lot of people ask me how I'm so calm, how I'm not in like utter panic about the whole situation. I always ask, how are you joking about it so well and stuff like that. And some people claim, because I asked the nurse, I was like, I don't feel like it's broken. And she goes, it's probably your adrenaline. And if that was the case, then I have been running on adrenaline for like the past 3-4 days now. Because I still feel the same way as I felt when it happened. Not in terms of pain, but in terms of like my head. Like I feel fine about it. It's not a big deal just because it's not some life-ending disease. So I'm like, I can't really complain. But yeah, that is the story of how I broke my arm. I really appreciate everybody who reached out. I love each and every one of you. I will be fine, and I will continue to make this a joke until my arm is okay. So I hope you guys are okay with that. But yeah, if you guys stayed for the whole story, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow us on all of our socials. I Twitch stream every Monday through Wednesday, but now I have more time, so I might Twitch stream every day up until I have something important to do. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you guys for the recovery messages, and I appreciate you.